is. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jeremy.
I've been busy.
Morning, Jeremy.
Good morning.
All right. Let's see. Oh, am I showing the wrong screen right now? I am showing the wrong screen right
Are we on YouTube yet?
now. We are on YouTube. Give me one sec.
Oh, no worries. I was gonna
Yeah.
mention something, but I'll wait till we're offline.
Oh, yeah, I just started it.
Totally cool. I've been doing some stuff in the background with some pretty heavy hitters in the market, and it's really going well.
That's cool.
Heck yeah.
What's going on? Or you want to keep
Just
it low key?
for the time being, I'll probably keep this particular thing low key, but let's just say I'm walking some fairly large fund managers through the wheel trade strategy, which is unbelievable to me because they should have been using it for decades.
That's cool. Hey, good morning, YouTube. Welcome to our morning stream. We're going to be going over some equities and supply and demand on equities. And that's actually what our webinar this weekend is going to be on, is how to use supply and demand on equities, how to use like gaps and when gaps are created on equities and their zones, and how supply becomes demand, vice versa. Going to be a good one.
So you noticed that big
Okay.
gap this morning.
No, what are you talking about?
Oh,
What,
sorry.
what were you going to say?
Sorry, guys. Kevin, can
No.
I ask you a quick
Yeah,
question?
what's up?
If it's relevant, can you bring in how the volatility, the VIX, and was it the Dow you were saying before? How you use that to trade, if it's relevant? Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So I usually use the VIX. I know Amy who trades in here with us does. Is that mine going off now? Is mine slow? Oh no, I'm sorry. Thought I heard one before.
Yeah, it
Um
was mine. Sorry.
oh, no worries, no worries. Um but yeah, so I use the VIX when I'm trading, especially because I trade ES, and so when I trade ES, I use NQ, ES, and VIX. I use three stocks, three tickers, three futures. Even though the VIX, I use the stock. I don't use the future, but I use those three to help indicate: do I go long? Do I go short? Am I gonna hold? Is it gonna be a scalp? And by using market structure and supply and demand, I am able to say, okay, well, I'm going to hold today. I'm going to scalp today. I'm not even going to touch the market today. Like when we had that really low volume, what was that? I think that was just this past Friday. We had that super low volume. We were very choppy for a bit, right? I think yeah. Here we go. So let's highlight the extended hours so we know the hours that we're trading. So we'll go over to futures and settings, highlight extended, and we're going to hit apply.
Sorry, I just had to
Exactly.
do that.
No worries.
Nice drop.
Oh, would we drop right now?
Oh, SPY just dropped right to the bottom of that gap.
Oh,
Perfectly.
nice.
And then I've got Tesla and Target pulling back. Everything's going perfectly to plan.
Very cool, very cool. Let's throw up NQ right here. Nice, nice.
I like the sad trombone horn on GTA 5. That's probably my
Yeah,
favorite one ever. It just sounds perfect for this kind of thing.
it's funny. All right, let's throw up a few more days on here, try to find a key level. Let's see, let's see. Looks like maybe about right here. Extend it to the left, see how it was reacting. Didn't even touch it. Let's see. So right here I would say is pretty sturdy. And I would say that's sort of our range. Be careful for sweeps or rejections higher. Or even a break, retest, and a push higher. Because when we broke it over here, we came lower. When we broke below over here, we came higher. Now we're in the middle of it. Let's see what happens again. Um, let's see if we have any demand zones on ES to be careful for. Start right away, go to the 30 minute. We did have this 30 right here, which stops right here. but it looks like we're about to break that, and we just did. So yeah, that's invalid. Let's look for, again, guys, that's why I always go for a higher time frame, and I want something with a strong move, a big move, not like a little move like this, not like a 10, 20 point move. I want like a 40, 50 point move, and that's going to be a decent supply or demand. Even this one right here, 20 points, and then we stop. This wouldn't even be a demand because the wick is on this candle. You want the wick to be on this candle to show sellers were trapped. Here, sure, sellers were trapped, but not on the candle. Not a fan. 90-minute, no. 45-minute, let's see. Nope. 2-hour. Near 3. Nope. 4. Sometimes if there's no zone, there's no zone. That's simple. If you want to mark the area as an area of interest, you know, because we stayed in this range right here until we broke it, retested it, came back. So like if we throw a key level right here, right at the top and right at the bottom, and made this our little range right here, we broke the range, we retested the range, came back in for a moment, swept, came back up, came back, made a higher low for market structure, and then we kept going higher. So obviously trend is our friend, and if we keep going back day after day after day, we have been very, very, very bullish. So be careful playing any type of shorts, but also, I mean, I don't know, guys, we definitely need volume. Volume in general, we definitely need it. Let's get a study on there.
Yeah, his participation isn't all that great in the market lately.
Nope, absolutely. Let's see if this one works. This is a cool one. This indicator, I made this one myself. I know, I'm gonna pat myself on the back with this. It and it shows tick and tick NDC, and with tick NDC is one of the versions of the Nasdaq's tick, and tick is obviously the market overall. So what it does is it prints a level. It prints a vertical line once it's over once it's over 50 or negative 50, and once it's over 1,000 or negative 1,000 for those specific tickers. And I found that helpful because usually we'll have some strength or continuation on those, or we'll see an impulse move with those. Over here we were sort of chopping, so wouldn't have touched it. Again, guys, indicators are not always going to be buy, 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 sell, sell, sell. Perfect. They're indicators. That's crazy. We just stay gapping.
Dude, my Intel Core position is killing it.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
It just topped 34, and we could see 36 on that today. That's my ultimate target, is 36.
Nice. Let's see if we can move this over a little bit.
The old dog of the Dow continues to amaze.
Right now, guys, I'm just sort of cleaning up my my chart. It's been a while since I used TOS. I was doing TradingView for a bit, but because they don't want to fix my account, I'll be using Thinkorswim until NinjaTrader decides to help us with an account, because I had a great meeting with NinjaTrader. What was that, yesterday, 2 days ago? I don't know, I lose track of time at this point, but it was a really great meeting with them, and yeah, so that's cool.
They're great people to talk to.
Yeah, good futures. You could connect your TOS account to NinjaTrader. I didn't know that.
It's very versatile.
That's huge.
I mean, I have my caveats with them, but all in all, they're a great team. It's just a matter of they got a few issues to work through, but you know, so is everybody.
For sure, of course. Let's see.
Tesla pulling back to a key support level too. Right as I said it.
You know what, I do have to post charts in just a moment, but I did want to do a little bit more supply and demand, fix some charts up. Do you guys have any chart recommendations, equity-wise? In the YouTube and the Discord, wherever. Whenever I say you guys, I'm talking to all of you.
When you say equities, I am assuming you're talking about companies, aren't you, not commodities?
Yeah, correct, exactly. Equities like Tesla stock, equity. Yeah, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple.
Do
What
Nvidia.
Nvidia, sure. If I could type it right.
So Florida,
I'm
it's
hit.
over 400.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It almost hit 420. That's wild. Like, what's Spy
So
at right now? I don't watch Spy, guys. I watch ES. So I'm not always aware of where Spy's 436. That's something, man. Ain't that something? Look at, by the way, guys, obviously I haven't charted or traded SPY in a long time. These are some super old key levels. And look at, this one played out well. This one played out well. This was a 15-minute supply zone, it looked like. And that was, oh, key level wise, it played out okay. Key level over here, key level over here. I do wonder when they were made. Okay, here's these.
yes, they say you are what you eat, and I've been eating Spy for a long time. So
I know, that's why I can't turn my back on ES.
right, it's in your blood, it's in your
Y-
DNA.
Yeah, gonna get it on my arm. Get it tatted on my forehead.
There you go.
Futures. Oh yeah, let me do a quick little supply demand on ES real quick for y'all. This is gonna be TOS. Think or swim. Oh, another trick, guys. You
Good
saw.
morning, everyone.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. How's it going?
It's going fine. Thank you for asking.
Very good.
After you finish, can you chart AI? And I asked Jeremy also his technical view because
Sure.
that stock is short 70%. I
I know it.
cannot believe 70% short.
Yeah, that's nice. That's cool. Okay, so let's see. So I would see this consolidation. I would see this as a floor, a major floor right here at 36. So if you do get any type of longs, I'd consider it around over here. And assuming the stock's pretty new. Oh, let's see how far that goes back. Extend to the left.
I think IPO'd a couple years ago, I thought. I'll go look.
Oh, what am I on? The 195? Let's go on the daily. Pop out 3 years.
Yeah, about 3 years ago. December
Was it
of
3 years
20.
ago?
Yep, December 14th of 20.
Nice. Okay, so let's see.
Sorry, December 7th of 20.
Jeremy, which one is it? Now I'm confused.
AI?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm saying which date.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Doesn't
Let's
even
see.
matter.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Another key level right here. This was sort of a bottom, and it held. Then we used it as a resistance. I like this key level a lot. 58.80. Edit. Turn these off. Turn these gold.
Independently looking at exactly the same time frame, man. Great minds.
Nice, nice. Of course. Do you mind posting yours in the main chat and the pic to all BB? We'll post this out as a
Absolutely.
picture. Cool beans, thank you. Alright, so there's Alright, yeah, I would put one more here. I'd maybe make this one blue. Alright, that's what I'm looking at on AI. If we do break, it looks like we're holding right now at this key level, which will turn this one blue as well. Don't show. So what I would look for is I would look for a break above this 4391 or even a 45 as a whole psychological level. Would look for it to break above here, come back, retest, either retest the key level or retest inside the zone, and then go higher. That's what I would look for on a technical analysis standpoint. On you were talking about more of a short squeeze though. I mean, Yeah, I could see this thing rip. Easily 58. I mean, it's at 41 right now. If it breaks this with strength, I could see it just plow through.
60, 77, and
But
78 as a bunch of key levels to the left for control areas.
yep, I see that. Um, what else too though? But you also got to consider the fact that this is sort of a key level, and this was sort of support, support, support. Now it's
Right.
resistance, resistance. Is it double topping now at this key level, and is that why there are so many short positions on it? You know, you got to consider that too. You don't want to go against it, but I mean, a short squeeze is a short squeeze. Plus, this isn't really like an ESNQ situation. There's not going to be a short squeeze on those. There's going to be a short squeeze on a stock like this.
Right.
I would maybe look back historic wise and see maybe what pumped this. What did this? Was it volume? Let's.
The whole artificial intelligence thing.
Right. Like AI is huge right now.
Yeah.
Beyond huge. Like, look at that. Yeah, like that's some crazy volume. Look at that volume that came in. That's crazy. This is daily volume right here. That's insane. That's crazy. And look, we had this small channel right here. We had this small little wedge. I'm gonna throw the trend line up, sort of like a wedge right here, right from here to here on this key level. So if you were to take any longs over here, put your stop at the lows, and then you would have been able to catch some of this move. This is the daily candle that's forming right now. Again, guys, we had huge volume yesterday, so we could see follow through in a break. We do have to see if there's volume and follow through. Let's check the intraday time frame. Okay, so it looks like volume's showing up. Definitely looks good. Let's see if we can. I know this is charts. Would I be able to? Time and sales. Let's check out. Let's check it out. Some live action. This is cool. That was a good idea. Good call. We'll watch AI for a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll throw I'll throw what's it called on there as well, level 2, and show you guys some examples of how we react to key levels and all that fun stuff. And again, guys, if you do want to request like another chart or something else, or go back to like an ES or something, let me know. But this is definitely a good example. We could watch the bid size versus ask.
Sorry, Kevin. When you say level 2, you mean data level 2, don't you?
Yeah. So a lot of times we don't have that. So like I know on TradingView we don't have that. That's why, because this is a Thinkorswim, so I do have that on Thinkorswim, and you guys could create an account with Thinkorswim as well and get one too. So what I would note.
To request a cheeseburger.
All right, I'll be right back. What I'm gonna note right now, guys, is the time and sales right here. It's going too fast, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it to 500 and see if once we get quicker on the 500 scale, then I'll know we're getting quick, heavy volume. I was watching it on the 200, and it seemed to just be soaring, which tells me again, though, that is strong volume for a stock like this. Let's see if I have any good volume studies. You know what? I think I have. Oh, what's it called?
I'm almost done charting it.
I'm drawing a blank, guys. Give me 1 sec. What am I? Is it volume, something? No, I only have a few. Let's see. Volume accumulation, volume 30 bar, multi-volume. Is it multi-volume? Nope. Alright, that's fine. I'll do just the regular buying, selling volume. We don't need a whole big spiel. Yeah, nah, not getting it. That's alright. I'd rather go over the naked chart, bid and ask, and the time and sales. That's cool too. So guys, I have key level right here on this, so watching this 4391, so you could look on the level 2 and look for 4391 on the ask. 4391. Where is it? 43. Or obviously an area near that. See what's heaviest. So there's 15 lots right here. 4359. It's about 30 cents away. No, 40. Yeah, 30 cents away. Now we have another heavy
use the
order.
Volume average, Kevin.
What was that?
I use the volume average.
As like a study?
Yeah, that I like that.
VWAP?
Better than the regular volume.
Volume.
I put it down lower.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. This volume average?
Yeah, that's what I use.
That's cool. And what, you gauge this level as like the average if it's increasing or decreasing?
Yes.
Very cool. We got 10 right here.
There's my finished daily chart. I've got a couple things to point out on a 2-hour chart.
Alright, let's check out what's going on with ESNQ real quick. I do want to get a regular volume study, buying, selling.
You can see where that liquidity area is at 50 to 52. I didn't mark the upper extended targets yet.
Guys, something I'm gonna note real quick. Look at the 5-minute volume on ES right now today compared to yesterday, which was also just like a chop fest. It's significantly lower than yesterday's. So I would, again, in a market like this, be careful. Could be easily manipulated. So yeah, just trade with the trend. Do what you can. If you have to be in a trade, trade with the trend. VIX is going lower. ES is going higher. Just need NASDAQ to sort of follow through too. Let's take a quick look at equities. Pop out of that real quick. Apple's going higher. Microsoft's going higher. Let's get some Amazon. So let's get some NVIDIA on there. We do have NVIDIA right here. I'll put Tesla. Yeah, Tesla. Tesla seems to be the weakest, rejecting to hold above VWAP. Let's see. What's FOMC? Was that today? Tomorrow? I know we have some type of news.
Yes, today.
Today? Was that this morning? No.
No,
Today
2
too.
o'clock.
Okay, cool. Alright, so guys, yeah, if you guys want to come back around too, we'll be back around too.
I think I can hack it.
Yeah, we'll be back live streaming around 2, guys. We'll end this around 11, and we'll be back around 2 to do FOMC. That'll be fun. Do we know, is he doing another rate, like a rate hike or anything, or is he announcing anything like that?
Yeah, it's either going to be a rate hike or a pause or a skip, which is what they do now when they say, "Oh, we might do it next month instead." Keep everybody on tenterhooks.
Nice. Love manipulation.
Come out with their liquidity push with QE. They've been quietly pushing a bunch of central bank liquidity in.
Alright, let's see, guys. We are pushing higher. I want to
Haven't
see.
said anything.
I want to see a quick chart on.
Okay.
Nice. Cool.
So in a sense, AI is actually trading in a known liquidity zone based on that 2-hour chart there. You can see to the left, I tagged that wick on the previous run. It's right in that zone right now, A to B. Look for support at the bottom of that zone, but also take a note that it has already made a 1-for-1. So this could be pulling back, possibly to about $40, and then we'll see what happens when it gets there. 70% short, which means the implied volatility on the put option is going to be incredible. So if you were to, mind you, it would be pretty damn risky. You could go and sell some 36 strike puts a week or so out and probably get a pretty penny for them. I'll double check that.
Look at that big rejection, guys. Just gotta be careful, guys. We were going up. That is the trend. But it's easy to be manipulated due to that low volume.
Oh, yeah.
Here's NASDAQ's finally pushing higher. See, it's funny because the way I trade, I wouldn't have taken longs on ES because NASDAQ was holding lower and ES just kept pushing higher. Then NASDAQ finally starts pushing higher and ES is weak. So they're going to against each other for me to comfortably take a trade. And this is like, what's today's Wednesday already? I don't think I took a single trade yet this week. And guys, got to remember, cash is a position. If this isn't a market that works to your favor or a market structure that you're comfortable in, don't take a trade. You don't have to trade.
Holy crap, you can get $100 for a June 23rd expiration $36 put on AI right now. That is insane.
Yeah, let's hit AI real quick. Damn, look at that. That's crazy.
If it hits the base of the liquidity zone it's in right now, that number will go up to probably closer to 140, 150.
It tried to fill its little intraday gap from yesterday and failed, but let's see if it holds these highs right here, the swing highs on the 5-minute. If it holds that, then you got to be careful going short.
Yeah.
We have this area of interest right here. I would mark this off. Let's see. Go
This
from
is the
like
kind of
here to
thing
here.
where I wouldn't necessarily short it, but I would sell premium to the people who are trying to trade it bearish.
Yeah.
Sell them some puts. Because $36 is a good solid floor. If you get assigned at that price, if options achieve, 140 per contract at 36 with just a week to expiration, that's some pretty decent return on investment risk. Your break even would be what, 34.50, 34.60 per share. Pretty nice.
Here, YouTube people, just want to show you real quick. This was a great example this morning on how a supply turned into demand. So we gapped over. So we had this 4-hour supply on Tesla, right? And we gapped over it. And instead of having selling liquidity here, we still had liquidity here because the gap was, the zone was formed. But because we gapped over it, the supply zone now becomes a demand. And what do? We had a double bottom inside of it, but we also created a lower high inside of it. So if you were to take this along inside this, knowing that the supply is now turned into demand, you would have been able to be in just a 2-day swing trade on Tesla and be able to get over $10 in that move. That's a pretty nice move. Let's see. What am I pressing the wrong button? Alright, there we go. So that I'm just going to write demand so I remember, alright, this supply was gapped. It is now demand. And look, that happened here too. The supply wasn't even working. Let's see. I believe this worked once. Yeah, so this supply worked once. Then we came back up, we broke it. Because it wasn't just a supply zone, but it was a strong key area, we broke it, and then we held it. And we were able to use this now as an area of interest instead of using it as a supply or demand. So we're going to make it blue. We're going to go over to HSL under select color, and we're going to bring it over to about 69.70. And that's going to be now our area of interest. Remove drawing, remove the 1 hour. And now we could use this as an AOI, area of interest. So that's an area where you're going to look to, if we come back here, we're going to look to go long. If we break it, we're going to wait for a retest and go short. Support and resistance. Got to think of an area of interest as a support and resistance, just not a specific price level, but more of an area. If you wanted to mark, I'm sure intraday this was a key level, like on the 15-minute or something, that would have been a good support and resistance. Why are all of my small time frames on such low days?
Target's in a short squeeze right
Here we
now.
go. Right, so this was a resistance, broke it, held it as support, and VWAP started lining up with it too. So I would even keep this as a key level. Would you say target?
Yeah, it's in a short squeeze right now, but it's about to tip over, I think. Funny thing is, my bear position is still profitable.
Nice. Now let's check out target real quick just to see what's going on. Damn.
Quite a move, eh?
Yep. Target said, alright, you guys want to steal from our store? Well, then I guess we'll just steal from your market. We'll steal from your shorts.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's coming up to any type of supply or demand zone.
There's a rumor going around that Walmart, the Walton family, sold like $404 billion worth of equity out of their position in their own company.
Ah, that's it?
Yeah, it's a little scary. They've had kind of the shrinkage problem with most retail in certain areas, unfortunately.
Not really seeing anything clean supply demand wise on target.
Nope. I just got that 1-for-1 bear move. It's right back to the pivot between the two, and it'll probably pop right back into the lower half, looking like. That's cool. I'll just add to my bear position.
I had a key level on Microsoft around right here. Reason for that is because touch 1, touch 2 was used as resistance. We broke it for a moment. Little liquidity grab came back below. Broke it again over here. Liquidity grab came back below. Now we are coming to it again. So the way I use support and resistance and key levels, guys, is I'll say, okay, if we close and can hold above here, I'm bullish, right? And then when we come back to it, I'll be looking for that quick rejection right back above it. So let's make this blue. Get rid of the name. Now it's cleaner. Let's look at Apple. Right, Apple had all-time highs. That's fun. That's awesome. Always keep an eye on some all-time highs. ATH. ATH. All-time highs. Apple, another great example of a supply becoming a demand. Let's see if we use this supply at all, though. I don't think so. Yeah, alright, once, but when it was created, so that's gone. That's gonzo. But we did create a, right here, a 3-hour demand zone. Let's see if we have a 4-hour there, or a 195 even. Let's see. I might go with the 195 on this. I'm going to mark that real quick and see what the other time frames look like. 4-hour, no. 3-hour. Right, again, 3-hour, I wasn't sure. 2-hour. 2-hour is definitely a little cleaner, but I'm going to be covering the 2-hour with the 195. So I'm going to go with the 195. And again, guys, the reason I use the 195 on equities is because that's going to give you 2 candles per day. Because there's 6.5 hours in a trading day, so 195 minutes is half of a trading day. So 195, and we are going to green that out.
What is the market expecting here?
To jump around, jump up, and get down.
Going right back to the key pivot. That's 437.50.
Careful,
So
y'all.
continues to trend up here. This thing can do a full-on extension into the upper range of the liquidity zone, which stops all the way up at 441.
I was gonna say we gotta be careful because what's it called? Nvidia NQ, very choppy, very weak. VIX getting choppy, very weak. Sort of looks like it wants to try to reverse too. And again, because of the low liquidity, the low volume we have today, gotta be a little careful.
I've got a clean-looking cup and handle on SPY's 5-second chart trend off the low from 436.50 all the way on up to a peak at 437.68.5, and then it rolled into a rounding bottom right there on that key pivot. Now it's right at the rim line on the cup and handle, so it could actually trend from here.
Here, I got something cool on AI, guys. Who mentioned it before? I think it was Ryan who mentioned it.
Heck yeah, man. Good stuff.
Check that out in main chat. That's cool. Alright, if we could break here and hold, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't be like super shocked. Could definitely see it happening. Trend is your friend. We are going higher. Go to the higher time frame to confirm it. 3 hour, confirmed it. 4 hour to confirm it. Whatever time frame you want, go to a higher time frame, confirm the trend. See that we're going higher. That's our trend. 15-minute also going higher.
And we are up out of that cup rim line right about now. We're looking for the pullback to test.
30-minute, 1 hour. I'm not liking the structure NQ has. I definitely like us to go higher, and we still haven't touched this supply zone, this 4-hour supply zone in the NASDAQ. We do have to remember in the NASDAQ, guys, we're in a weekly supply zone right now, and this 4-hour is in a weekly supply, so that should be a strong area of interest to short, but we haven't touched it yet, and we've been creating higher high, but now we created another higher high right here because we created that high. Now we created a lower high. We have to see what this wants to do, if it wants to push higher into supply. Let's see. ES does want to go higher. And YouTube, you guys too, if you guys got any questions or anything, definitely drop a comment. We are keeping an eye on that. What's going on, Chevy? And don't forget to hit that like button. Definitely appreciate it. I feel so funny saying that. Gotta get us up on Twitch too.
Getting there. I mentioned yesterday about the thing where we can get on with trading views.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. There's a lot we could do. Call swept, COHR. Let's see. Oh, here we go. He has some highs. Because NASDAQ is finally like, alright, let's go. NASDAQ said, fine. Fine, we'll go higher.
Rolling, baby. Alright, now we just need Tesla to follow through.
I don't know, man. I'm just not a big fan of the volume. As
It's
much
a
as the
funny-
trend is here, the trend is definitely there.
It's a melt up trying to basically price in J Powell's predicted speech this afternoon.
Right.
So it's weird. You'll get a spike in implied volatility. You'll get some melting volume that goes up or down. And then all of a sudden, when he steps up to the podium, it'll swing the entire range.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you get a trend immediately thereafter. So, like, you'll get a breakdown or a breakout. So this is why I love going into stuff like this with a neutral premise. So I'm going to trade from a neutral position.
Right.
That is something I keep telling people. It's like I'm on another chat where I kind of keep track with some institutional traders, and they're all like, "Yep, closing my positions this week. We'll wait for this to go by, and then we'll get back into the trend." I'm like, "Why? You can just
Damn.
trade from a neutral position.
Right.
You don't have to go and blow out the market because you're just going to be contributing to the existing trend in that case.
Right. Damn.
Why be a player when you can be the casino?" Oh well, that's just my premise on it, and I'm finding myself quite humbled and shocked that I'm actually literally explaining a very basic wheel trade strategy to some people who manage large amounts of funds. It's pretty incredible to be in that position.
That's awesome.
I would love to be able to make a webinar out of that. That'd be
That'd be
better.
cool. Very cool. Let's see.
I'm working on that, Kevin. It's coming.
Hurry up. Hi, Jeremy. What do you mean by neutral position? Jeremy LB in the chat wants to know, what do you mean by a neutral position?
So a neutral position is a neutral outlook on market trend. So if you're not sure what direction the market's going to go, but you're sure it's going to be volatile, like hence going into an FOMC meeting, you can be in one of two neutral options positions with that. You can be in a strangle where you buy both a call and a put, a couple strikes out of the money, or you can hedge that position by instead running a what's known as a condor spread. So you're going to run a call debit spread and a put debit spread. And the effect is you want to keep it as narrow as possible so that they're as close together as possible. Within about a week or so to expiration on SPY is ideal. Mine is set for Friday expiration, so it's a little shorter. But the idea is I'm going to keep that within about a $10 range of each other. And I've used yesterday and some of today's price action to assume that position. And all it has to do is move, $4 or $5 one way or the other, and the profit made on the winning position will probably more than take out the potential loss of the losing position by about 2 or 3 times. So like you're looking at a 200 or 300% return on the winning side of that will basically negate any loss on the losing side if you can't get out of the losing side fast enough to retain some capital. It's fine, just let it run. And like I said, all it has to do is move just a little bit one way or the other, and it will be net profitable. So trading from neutral is a strategy. It is just an interesting way to do it is to pay attention to what you're trading. So like if you look at SPY and you look at the time decay on the contracts, it would be kind of dumb to have a strangle on that. Spreads work better because you're hedging your time decay with the spread. Whereas if you were looking at individual equities, like back in the day, if you remember, I was training people how to trade strangles on Ford. That makes sense because the time decay on those contracts is very minimal. Even at a week to expiration, it's like 0.01 or 0.02. It's nothing. So you can go and trade those strangles, and all Ford has to do is have one moment of volatility, and bam, you got a net winner.
All right.
Yeah. So effectively, you can trade from neutral on both equities and indexes and ETFs. You can do this on SPX as well. The only downside is you've got to really pay attention to what your time decay is on those contracts, and that will make your decision on what strategy you're going to use, whether it's going to be a condor or a strangle. And don't get me started on different ways to swap those strategies from one to another. There's many ways to skin that cat. You don't necessarily have to close a position to take profit on it. You can just swap it into a new strategy by just changing a couple legs. It's really insane the things you can do with an adjustment strategy or an adjustment trading strategy in options rather than just opening and closing positions.
Real quick, I just want to note, guys, for those who are checking out the screen real quick, we had this range on ES. You can mark this range off the hourly or, the 3 hour. This was yesterday's intraday range, right? And how we used that is we broke the range pre-market. And right here, if we look on the right, this is also ES. This is ES on the 5 minute on the right. This is ES on the, I'll do it on the 30 minute on the left. We see this is the top of our range. We sort of based out right here. I sort of like to look for my ranges near the basing candles and the open and closes of candles versus the wicks. Although the 3 wicks right here also would have been good. This one sort of worked out better for this example. And what we're seeing here is we come back in this range. We're sort of here. We break out of it with strength. We look like we're pulling back to bounce again. We come back into the range. People thinking, oh, we're back in the range, we'll play short. Well, let's take a look at the 5 minute. It looks like it's more of a liquidity grab, a quick move lower. These quick reaction candles right here, the wicks on the bottom, are a telltale of a quick rejection of buyers stepping in and telling sellers, no way, no way. Sorry.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning, Ricardo. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that real quick, how we had this range, we broke the range, great example of us breaking back into the range to grab some liquidity right here and right here. Again, this is the same chart, ES and ES, this is just the 5 minute. Grab that liquidity, had the big rejection from those tiny wicks, and you don't even need level 2 and time and sales. The wicks would have told you that the buyers stepped in. A lot of times, price action will tell you the same thing that the level 2 and the time and sales will tell you.
Tesla might just reverse here. Watch your R1 at 258.30.
What I would look for at this point on ES is I would look for, we had this rally, it's a choppy rally, but a rally, a red candle here with a basing, just like this body looks like now, but maybe up a little bit. Just like that. If it closed just like that, I would take the next candle. As soon as it opens, I would take it long and put my stop at the bottom of this wick, giving me a 2-point stop, and I would ride it for the next rally if we do continue. If we don't close up here like this, then I don't take the trade and I don't take a loss. So you see how that works? It's you either take the trade if the setup works out and it's a quick scalp and it's usually a higher probability scalp, or it's a no take trade. You just don't take the trade. You make the plan. You don't take it if you don't get the setup. All right, there we go. Let's say we take this trade for a rally based rally. Let's see if it works out. So we'll,
1 for 1 off the double bottom complete. So yeah, break resistance here. You'll get a 2 for 1, pushing 438.50 on SPY. Tesla reversal confirmed. We're running.
you also want to remember though, guys, that the market knows what we're looking for, what we're looking at, you know. So the market could know we're looking for a rally, a base, and a rally. This could be easy manipulation due to the low volume.
Yep.
I'll keep mentioning that low volume.
Move the bid ask.
Yep. Especially because look at the range we're in, guys. These candles are giving us about 2 points on a good candle. Like, we were having trend days before that were giving us like 5 points a candle. Like, even look right here. This just ran. This is strong. That's strong. That's consolidation and a strong move up. This.
FOMC party at 11 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
That should be interesting.
It's a Bullishbrs party for FOMC. We're hosting. Powell.
What time is that, guys? You are
What do you
coming
think
back
it's
to the
gonna
time.
be?
I think it's at 2:30. Let me double check.
2:30.
He usually speaks at 2:30, and they usually like announce or do whatever the papers are at 2, right?
Yes, I'm gonna be in the gym.
No, you better be over here. I'm just kidding.
Okay, all right. Let's put it on for 7. Yeah, okay.
All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. Let's check out what VIX is doing. Because remember, I always love to use VIX when I'm trading. VIX has been pushing lower. I would not fight this trend. I'd let it ride.
Can you talk out about how you're using the VIX there?
Sure. Yeah, so guys, VIX in my eyes, the way I try to use VIX is a very easy read. If it's going down, then I can only, if I see something like this, if I see today we've been very bearish on the VIX, I can only play longs on ES. If we're very choppy, I'm not touching ES and Q. If we have very small range, like, was it yesterday? Was it this day? Like, real quick, look at this. We're moving, this is 14.55 to 14.15, or like 4 cents. It's not really like, look, over here we see we're like moving between like a 10 cents range on VIX. That's pretty crap. not trying to sound like that. Obviously, we're going to have small ranges now due to it being at such a low price anyways. But mainly, I use VIX for confirmation of trend and continuation.
So if the VIX is going down, your confirmation of trend means you go long.
Yes.
Is
VIX.
it the opposite?
Yes, exactly. VIX goes inverse of ES. So you want NASDAQ to go with it, and you want VIX to go against it. And when you have those two going hand in hand, you're good to go. That's how I see it. Those are my 3 basic confirmations. I'll use other confirmations, supply, demand, key levels, but those are my basic confirmations if I want to, say, take a scalp or take a trade position. Those are my basic confirmations.
Okay, just I'm writing this down, Kevin. So
For
I wanna make sure I
sure.
get it right. VIX goes inverse, and you only do this for the ES. So you've ES, NASDAQ, which is the NQ, and the VIX. So the VIX goes inverse to the ES, and the NASDAQ goes in the same direction for confirmation, for strong confirmation, yeah?
Exactly.
Got you. Thanks, Kevin. Thank
Sure.
you. Write that down. Write that down.
Absolutely. And guys, something you might want to take note of too is that we are in a strong supply zone on NASDAQ. This was what I noted earlier as a strong supply zone. So we don't have a supply zone right here on ES, so I might think, oh, well, we could continue. We should continue. We've been strong. This could be a rally, a base, and a rally. But because of this strong supply zone in NASDAQ, I would be patient maybe. I would be careful with taking a trade. I'd trade lightly. Because right now what I would be doing is I would be going long against a NASDAQ supply zone. And to go long against a supply zone isn't really ideal. Especially since it was a choppy move up. A choppy move up tells me bulls never had full control. They had to struggle to bring it higher. Especially because also the small range we've been in. VIX looks like it's trying to turn around. Something also to note. But let's see what NASDAQ. I would really be using NASDAQ as a leader in this. ES is looking weaker and weaker. But let's say again we did take this long right here due to this candle closure with stop right here. We would still be in this trade. I personally would consider stopping out of it because of the supply zone. But due to trend is our friend. Might be seeing some highs. Let's take a look at what the equities are doing.
Tesla about to nail the 1 minute 200 period for target.
Nice. Microsoft
Nice
too.
And I am still long Tesla. I love it.
Nice. Alright, so look guys, this is our weighted stock. This is pushing higher. Yup, ES also following. Good to use this weighted stock is also a good confirmation, guys, because that's just weighing the top 5 holdings of ES.
Your AI hit the top of that liquidity zone and reversed here shortly. If it accumulates here, it can break out and run a 1-for-1 and push like $44 or so. Give it some time to work out though. Don't go chasing it.
Hey, check out this this area of interest I gave AI earlier. We were up here when I was doing the charting and whatnot. I marked this area of interest, and then look at that. We created a higher low right there. So it's good to know where these areas of consolidation and areas of interest are. And sometimes they line up with you at. Yeah, nice.
Pivot right at 41.
Ooh, look at that. See, we got that push higher. Why? Because trend is our friend. But I'd be scalping in a market like this, guys. Honestly, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this is,
Yep.
and
It's
it's
dangerous to be swing trading right now.
Yeah.
For scalps.
yeah.
All right,
Unless
we
you're
got,
like getting in over here, you manage to get in at some type of bottom, and you got to stop, and you got like a trail stop where it goes to the previous candle's lows. But then even if you're doing that, you're gonna get stopped out over here from these this stop hunt. What I see this market as right now lately is just stop hunt central. We had Friday where every time we broke lows, every time we broke lows Friday, we just rejected really quickly. Even over here, tried to hold lower on a huge sell-off and just traps everywhere. We tried to go higher, tried to go higher, trap. So I would again scalp. Be very careful. This is not a market we day trade. Not until we get some continuation. Or, of course, guys, don't forget 2 o'clock. Or, that's Eastern.
I gotta update my data feed over here. For some reason, I gotta log out and log back in once in a while.
Are you still a trader, Big Jeremy?
Off and on when I do an Apex account, but I've got some stuff going on where I'm not able to focus on doing the funded trader thing right now. So I'm kind of in a holding pattern with that. When I get enough time to be able to focus on it, I'll get back into it. But for now, I've got just a lot going on where I can't quite go into scalping futures like I want to.
Got you.
Liquidity sweep. Sorry.
But I've been running options and doing very well with it because I cut my teeth on running these option strategies while working a full-time job, so distractions don't matter in this situation.
Market's like, got him. Got him. Anybody thinking that, oh, good, we're going to keep going. Just like I did, guys. I'm not going to be like, oh, no, I didn't say that. I did think we were going to go higher. You know why? Because we had the rally, we had a basing, and we potentially had another rally. But again, what I would have stopped out as, I would have stopped out over here, which only would have been like a 2-tick loss, which is even before our stop loss. Or I would have scalped it like I kept mentioning because of the market. Nice. That's funny. Wait, hold up. I'm sharing that on the
Bear trap.
Yep. Nice.
I love having access to those gifts, man. I love the little pink bear running down the hill. That's my favorite.
That's
I play that one out.
Yeah, that would be me. That would be, oh no, completely unaware, like a little cow running down the hill, waiting for the trap.
That's crazy. As I was mentioning that we're just like trap city. I'm just like, oh well, everything's just a trap. And what do we do? Trap.
Yep. There it is. The bear.
Damn. See that? Instead of chasing longs, imagine you were saying, oh well, no, I'm gonna go short. We're in a NASDAQ supply zone over here. VIX is trying to push higher.
Oh, we're right back to the base of that RBR, or returning to the 50% retracement of the 1-for-1, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, it was dope. That was dope. Let's throw you at I bet we like barely hit VWAP. It's a trap.
It's a trap. Yeah, there's definitely buyers right here. They're soaking it. Alright, Tesla pulled back after touching that 1-minute 200 period. I'm expecting support right around here at 260. If it holds that cool, it'll continue to trend, but if it can't hold that, it'll go right back to that low at 256.
Sometimes you gotta think, what would retail be doing? And you gotta do the opposite.
Precisely.
You gotta say, well, it looks really bearish now. Oh, okay, well then let me go bullish then.
Well, when you get a good tune of how to spot
gauge it.
support resistance zones, kind of figure out where your range is,
Yep.
and then you go and apply that to the wheel trade strategy, it's like you start questioning what the hell you've been doing with your life sometimes. It's just nuts, because you can just literally sell speculation or sell premium to people who are trading those contracts speculatively. Like people who trade options just open and close, they're more likely to be a speculative type of trader. So if you're on the other side of that and you are finding that there's liquidity in the options market, and you become an option seller where your premise is taking advantage of these swings in price and also taking advantage of time decay at the same time, it becomes a no-brainer. So that wheel trade strategy is freaking gold in this kind of market. Even with low implied volatility overall, it is still gold.
Nice. Alright, let me do. I'm just gonna post some charts real quick. Look at that, guys. Just traps everywhere. Everywhere.
They don't have a good GIF for bull trap that I've found yet, but it's all like matadors and stuff
Well,
like that.
then don't come back till you find one.
I know, right? I know. Just change my name to GIF Hunter.
Yeah, definitely an easy manipulated market, guys. Not something you want to be in long, let alone be in at all. And we will be back. Don't forget, YouTube, guys. We will be back 2 o'clock Eastern for what's it called? For FOMC.
Let's see here. About time for me to go grab another cup of coffee. That's a market alert, guys.
That's
Be ready for movement.
I haven't had my cup of coffee yet. I'm hungry, thirsty. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. No. Alright, let's check out equities real quick. What's going on? Apple pushing higher. Microsoft tried to push high. I don't know what that was on Microsoft. Nice liquidity grab, though. That's crazy. Let's see if Apple does the same thing, guys. Apple wants highs, too. Let's see if Apple makes highs just to reject.
I was gonna mention, somebody on YouTube mentioned TSAL.
That was Chevy. I thought he was referring to Tesla.
Yeah, I was like,
Is TSAL? Is that?
not even a ticker. I was like, what the heck is
Okay.
going on?
Yeah, I thought he was referring
I
to
think it's probably
Tesla.
Tesla, just typo. We understand. We do it all the time.
Okay. If I wasn't having a typo, am I really typing?
Right? Oh, I was trying to type stuff out on the
The pick to all.
Discord channel. The
Oh.
Discord channel, and like the spell checker's gone nuts. It's like flagging stuff that's perfect, and then not flagging stuff that is misspelled. I'm like, this is weird.
Really?
Yeah.
That is weird.
Maybe it's just for me. I don't know. Maybe Grammarly's trying to interfere with it or something. I don't know.
Let me take a look.
'Cause I use Grammarly. I love that software. That's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
I had to do a lot more writing, and I think I'm gonna make it. After I got a couple tutorial videos I'm gonna make. One on just drawing boxes. It's the simplest thing, but it needs a lot more explanation. When I get some time, I basically want to rewrite my wheel trade article because there's a lot more little moving parts that need to be explained well in that. I could probably like triple the length of that article. It would be about a 30-minute reading piece, but when you get through it, it's like when you have a full understanding for how to operate that strategy, it is just mind-blowing what you can do on autopilot. And if, like I said, if you're working a full-time job or you got a lot of distractions in life or you got too much going on to really pay full attention to the market, that strategy is just awesome.
Nice. Sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Jeremy, the plan is to learn this wheel trade strategy at some. I just need to.
Yeah.
So many distractions. I can't even focus on one thing.
Certainly learn price action first, but when you've got the time and a little bit of working capital to spare towards figuring out some basic option strategies first and then moving into some complex ones, that I think is going to be insane. So just one of those things. I think between Sig and I, we kind of need to come up with a course on getting people to that point. And realistically, all you really need to do is learn how to buy and sell just straight options contracts first to get an understanding of how they move. Once you've got that, then you can flip the script and become an option seller, and that's where the wheel trade strategy shines because you are an option seller. Later on, it can be made extremely complex because then you can do you can get into a world of what's known as synthetics, and synthetics are like crazy complicated. But when you figure them out, it's like, oh wow, it becomes like riding a bike. You don't really have to think; you just sort of do. You can swag pretty much anything. So, pretty neat stuff on the horizon. I've got a lot to break down, talk about, explain, and make videos on. It's just now I've got a little bit more freedom to be able to do that, thanks to Kevin being here to kind of take over some of the live streaming.
Woo-woo.
I think we're gonna
Yeah, I could
focusing on some serious content production here.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? That actually that's a fantastic point, Jeremy. I was messaging Sig yesterday about so I'm sort of trying to get all the pieces together. I'm trying to get everybody in Bullishbrs where they should be, you know, everybody doing what they could be doing, what they should be doing, everybody where their strong suits are, you know. And I was asking Sig today, I was like, so you know, I'm making projects with everyone, and I was thinking me and Sig, our project would be like looking at our website, our courses, and like starting from the beginner and just going through them all and seeing if we need any videos, any new videos, could we redo any, do we need anything new? But I mean, duh, if the both of you worked on that, you guys would get it done in like a month. Like I was thinking, oh well, if I do it with Sig, then he could mainly focus on it. Then I could sort of try to focus on it. But I have to do stuff with the website. I have to do stuff with the social medias, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the this, the that, the third, the meetings. So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna focus on it. But yeah, no, duh, obviously. I mean, your videos are great. Yeah, if you could do that with him, we made that group chat. I'll mention it in there and we'll get working on that. That's awesome.
Definitely. I mean, it's I was basically running all the getting meetings together and talking to all these different people, doing all the outside marketing stuff, essentially. So yeah, it was quite busy juggling all that and then trying to produce content. I was like, no way.
Hey
now
guys.
it's like I said, a little more flexibility. We can do a lot more.
Awesome. Guys, I'm just going to mention right quick this 5-minute divergence we got on ES and NQ. Not the biggest divergence due to the wick, but if we're looking at the bodies, we created a lower high on ES, and we created a higher high on NASDAQ. Of course, again, where the body closed on this 5-minute. That's what I'm referring to. If this 5-minute closes and just starts shooting up, then obviously won't be divergent. But as of now, this divergence is playing out. We have this upper divergence right here. We're in a supply zone on NASDAQ. I'd be careful playing any type of long position here.
Yeah. About all I have for supply and demand on Tesla, because I used a different type of analysis on it, is I can see there's a supply zone up there at about 260-270. There's also a short-term one we're kind of in right now at 261.40. So kind of two zones, and I think we'll probably range between the two zones in the next hour or so, and then probably it'll either A, resume the trend, or B, start consolidating for a while.
I'm gonna just pull up some key levels real quick.
Yeah. And it's pretty easy to use that drawing a box on your wicks on your daily chart and kind of drag them over. For most things, some equities it doesn't do well with. There's a couple notes I have on Tesla though. There is a gap zone that we're in right now, and up to the top of that gap on a daily chart, it's at 267. We're above the lower range of that, which is at 255. So we've gone into testing at 261.50, and I think we're probably going to finish that gap possibly today or tomorrow. later on, I've got an extension target of 280.50 on that, and that just plays into control candle above that gap, set for, let's see here, it was September 29th of 22 is when that candle was printed. That's the daily candle, and it matches right up with the top of the box that I drew for the 1-for-1 measured move that we're in. So I'll throw that on the chat real quick here. AI, by the way, has stepped out of that first lower liquidity zone, so we're looking for a push.
Tesla, I got 2 key levels on Tesla, and we broke into this range. 255.28. Next key level's 266.35. Obviously a $6 move to go. We could see it. Obviously, if Powell speaks and we get a nice bullish move, that'd be cool. But those are my key levels at the moment on Tesla. Not much of a supply and demand going on. We had that recent demand down over here. Let's check the 30-minute. Maybe a 30-minute right here. Let's see if there's a 45 or something there as well. Hour, 1 hour. Going once, going twice. Sold to the 30-minute. No, I'll mark the 1 hour right here too. Alright, so here we go. Here's a trade plan, trade idea for Tesla. So I'm going to have this as a 1 hour. This is going to be a 1 hour demand zone. And this is right under that key level. So what I'm expecting is this to be the range, right? So this demand to this key level is the range. We broke out of the range. If we do come back and break into the range, I'll expect a move inside this demand zone to go higher. So let's mark that out. And there's the 1 hour. That's what I'll be watching if we do come back into here. I sort of liked the 30-minute a little better though. Oh, that is the 30. Alright, that's fine. Perfect. Yeah, that's the zone I would look for on Tesla. Do that and that.
One more thing, I'm going to stick it in the chat right now.
For sure.
Drawings on the daily chart right there.
I gotta get going, guys. All the best today in the market.
You too, man.
I'll be good.
Here, we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.
Take care, Ricardo.
So I marked in purple that gap zone on a daily there. And we're right smack in the middle of that sucker right now. So
nice. Yeah, look at that. Check it out. Gotta be careful with gap zones. Sometimes we don't complete them because they know retail's watching.
indeed they do. That's why we stopped short of that trend right up there.
Ooh.
Peak 264.89 in the pre-market.
Look at this move. This is interesting.
However, look at a 5-minute chart. I haven't seen one of these in a while, but there's one right in front of us. I call these pocket pivots because they look like a pocket. You'll see like a little consolidation before a drop, a base, and then a little rounding bottom, and it comes right up back to the edge of the drop and consolidates again.
Nice. Bless.
All right, 262 is resistance.
Yo, D-Ray, welcome. I see you're in here in the Discord chat. Just want to say hello and welcome. I see you're new to Bullishbrs. Welcome to the community. If you got any questions, you just let us know. We're always trying to help each other out.
Heck yeah. That's what a community does.
Yep, and everybody else too, of course. Hello, hello. Luke, Mike, Remy, Melcat. Hello, Melcat. I know you always say hi back. Charlie Golf as well, welcome. Cliff, what's going on, Cliff? But Cliff, we spoke early, you know.
That's an old handle. Old handle of mine when I was in my video gaming days.
What was?
Remy Zero Cool.
Nice. And guys, don't forget, guys, if you guys got any questions, please feel free to just drop a comment at me, at Jeremy, and let us know. We got you. That's what we're here for. Trading as a community, especially when you're learning how to trade, is the best way to go. Cannot do it on your own.
Alright, SPY running the fan freaking beautifully today, by the way. And
Luke,
if you're
what's
new
going on,
to
Luke?
this concept, check out the series of videos I made on the fan strategy. It's called How to Spot a Measured Move Using the Fan Strategy. It's a 3-series video. First, I show you how to draw it manually. It's important to understand how to draw them manually so you can understand how and why they work. Then draw it with just a simple pitch fan so you can get a feel for how to divide your zones for finding your measured moves. And then you can add the fib speed resistance fan. And it's like, it's like that meme with the 3 states of mind where it's like, your low brain function, medium brain function, and all of a sudden it's like brilliance is shining through. Yeah, it's just like that. It'll feel like that if you watch this whole series. And they're short videos.
Guys, look at all these fake outs.
Oh, they're right on cue with those fib levels, dude. I mean, methodically.
Nice. Yo, Luke, I saw you typing before. I hope I didn't interrupt or nothing. Just so you know, Luke, it is push to talk. If you go to your settings on Discord, you have to go down to voice and video, and then click the voice activities, click the push to talk right under that. And if you're on your computer, it'll have you select a key.
Damn, Gina, my intel position's cooking.
I should make like a tutorial. Okay, I will. I am new and learning. Welcome, Luke. Well, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Welcome to our Discord. Welcome to our community. Obviously, we have a large website with a big library of things to choose from, beginner courses, everything. If you got any questions, you let us know. We're really great with price action. We love to work together, and we love to help you guys succeed. Oh, and don't forget, we also have webinars. Saturdays, we got webinars every day.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
That's okay.
We're live every day. We're live every
We're
morning.
live every day.
Yep.
What's that? I don't know if we could handle webinars every day. Yeah,
True
we'll
that.
get there.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. Well, eventually, what would be cool is if we had the educational webinars, Saturdays, and then we got Jeremy. Once you start getting people in for these podcasts, do like a podcast on like what days do you think you would want to do those?
I'd probably shoot for middle of the week because a lot of the people I'm going to be talking to on those, they're going to lead busy lives, and I'm pretty sure they like their weekends off. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say I was thinking like Wednesday would probably be good, like a midweek type thing.
Wednesdays or Thursdays, right at market close, something like that. Probably be a good time. And I'm reaching out to a lot of different people out there in the ranks of fund managers, people who have literally managed ETFs. I'd love to do something with some of the folks who are analysts for some of the mainstream media outlets out there. That'd be really cool. And just not necessarily pick brains, but just sort of talk shop.
Yeah.
Casual type of thing.
For sure.
And share ideas and talk about stuff and just kind of elaborate on different things that seem to work for.
Right. How do you use this? Why do you use this? Explain how you use it. General stock talk.
Of course, you gotta kind of mix that in with some the human touch. I like to call it some of the best experiences, some of the worst experiences, stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
important.
What got you into it?
Right.
Where'd you start? How'd you begin? If you would start over, where would you start? Like those type of questions are always fun.
Oh yeah. And eventually, I want to make sure I'm very, very careful with not coming off like we're trying to, gain authority or status with these people by talking to them. Mainly just to be.
Well, we are
kind of hanging out, just kind of enjoy each other's company and just, let it be natural. There's no expectations, nothing like that. It's just a matter of just shooting the breeze.
Yeah, but you know what it is too? When we bring people like John Bollinger and even people who've written books before, when we bring them on, it's not just like a one-way thing, like, oh, good, they're helping us out. It goes both ways. We have a large community too, and we offer a lot as well, so it really is a both-way situation. It's a mutual support.
Yes, absolutely. That is exactly it.
This is quite the choppy market, guys. This NASDAQ supply is just holding us down, but it just wants to keep going higher. Keep making these higher highs, lower highs.
But yeah, John Bollinger, if you're listening, I'd love to just kick back and talk shop with you.
Very cool. Let's check out what equities are doing right now.
I hear he's a pretty cool guy to hang out with and talk to, and down to earth. Not like not like your typical cocky Wall Street type people.
That's cool.
Relaxed.
Our potential head and shoulders coming on Microsoft, Apple, and Tesla, actually. And NVIDIA, sort of. If we look at this as a left shoulder, this is the head, we could be forming a right shoulder. Same with Tesla, left shoulder right here around 260, the head around 261. See if we form another right shoulder around 260.
Intel's just saying to hell with all of you. I'm running.
Yeah, let's see. INTC. Oh my goodness, you ain't kidding. Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at
My
that.
dog of the Dow is winning the race, baby.
Good stuff.
I've been building position in that for a while now. I'm negative risk in it, so I'm just letting her rip.
Get her done.
Yes, sir. And if you guys check out our in the Discord channel, if you check out the watch list, I do tend to post most things I'm trading or interested in there, with just a brief trade idea in it. So usually it's stuff that I'll talk about while we're live and stuff we'll trade while we're live. And it's just a matter of kind of knowing what's in that watch list so you can see a history of where we started from and where we're at presently. And let's see here. I did post part of that Intel position with targets of 35 and 40 eventually. About 12:39 on what date is that? Dang it. The 13th, so yesterday. I've also posted before that. Let me see here. By the way, Angel nailed the bearish signal on target.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, I didn't even... Oh, man, I missed that. I'm glad to have Angel back in rotation, so...
Yeah.
She's a great member to have with us.
Indeed.
Indubitably. Alright, let's see. I'm just marking out some, what's it called? Some supply zones. Dakota asked for weekly supply zone. I believe he said weekly. Yeah, weekly supply zone on NASDAQ. The NASCrack.
Tesla pulling back to 260. Let's see, one that I mentioned, Pan West, PANW. That's about to hit the top of its 1-for-1.
Damn, I really gotta make these extend.
Yeah. Let me see here, where was my target? 242. 236.23 so far, and cooking. Pan West is looking nice. I've been, if anybody's interested out there listening in both YouTube and the Discord channel, I've been doing a once a week thing on Fridays where I basically go through CNBC's website and go and look at Jim Cramer's top 10 things to look at in the stock market today. And it's stuff that he releases at like 9:15 in the morning on Friday. I'll run down an entire list of tickers that he mentions in there, and I'll just break down basic technical analysis on them. And on those, I'll come up with some trade ideas. So like the PANW, that was specifically one of his favorite stocks to trade. And I saw that 1-for-1. I was like, dude, this is awesome. Okay, cool. So I've been picking those off, and I'll make a video about it. It usually takes me about an hour to get through all of them. Sometimes I'll finish it up in 40 minutes. So if you got some time and patience later on in a day, I know not everybody's able to watch those videos live. You can replay it anytime you want, and I do explain very well, verbally, what's going on with those stocks. So like if you wanted to, I wouldn't say stare at the screen while you're doing it, but you could play the audio from that video and while you're driving home from work or something like that, and have a pretty good head on your shoulders going into the weekend as far as what to look at in the following week for trade ideas.
There you go.
So it's like it kind of yes, you can get the visual from it if you've got time to watch the video, but if you don't have time to watch the video, you can get the audio out of it and really do a lot of thinking and stuff while you're driving.
Damn, NASDAQ. Can't stop, won't stop with NASDAQ. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's Tesla pulling it.
Some strong electric vehicles over there, guys.
Man, instant torque, baby. Let me look around on a couple other equities I mentioned. How
Yo,
about-
D-Ray, did you get that working?
Hey team, yes sir, yes I did.
Hey, awesome, awesome. Welcome.
Awesome
Nice.
man, good to be here.
Good to have you. All right, let's see.
One that is on my watch list but hasn't quite broken into the zone where I'm interested in it just yet was M&T. Let's see, ticker is MTB. Essentially a bank stock. It's kind of making a threat of reversal and breaking out of a descending channel. I have resistance clearly at 130 on that. If it breaks above 130, it's got range to run all the way on up to 150. So that's a pretty nice swing if it gets underway. Keep that on your watch list. I wouldn't just jump in and chase it yet. Just wait for the setup to break. Never trade the setup. Always trade the break. And it's kind of jumping around in a range between about 124 and 130. So keep an eye on that one. Intel, you already know, is just ripping its 2-for-1. Where else did I go? X. Oh yeah, U.S. Steel. U.S. Steel is going to be a super long-term watch.
Are we gonna get our sell-off? Come on, do something. Alright, Apple. Remember guys, what I mentioned before was when we're watching candles like this one right here, where it has little to no wick, when we close, a lot of times those could be read as strength to the downside, which retail could be chasing, and a lot of times we might get a basing afterwards. So what I would wait for is some type of pullback, a green basing, and then follow through to the downside on Apple. What else we got? What else? Tesla as well. So we broke the potential head and shoulders that I mentioned on Tesla. Apple as well, because we came below below VWAP. And oh, here we go. This is nice. So look at that. We're getting that pullback that I mentioned from when we have candles like this. That was a big pullback, big wick on Microsoft. Dakota, oh nice Dakota, got a winning streak going. That's awesome. Love to hear it. Definitely don't want to mess it up. You remember Dakota, you don't have to take a trade. If you're not sure about a zone, if you're not sure about a trade, if you're going against like the trend, or if you're going against the trend but it's in a zone, it's really hard to take that trade and you might just have to sit out, and that happens. Good morning, team. Great stuff. Hey, good morning, Trade Metria. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. So we got that pullback on Apple. We're looking for shorts. We're looking for us to continue lower, but we do need that continuation. Microsoft, Tesla as well, selling off with some strength. Check out if we can throw the volume up on there.
Anyway, I mentioned X, American Steel. It's up about almost $1 from my call out. I'm watching that diamond pattern on a weekly chart. It's spread way out, but if it gets up in the range, it's got potential to run to about $40. So
What's
definitely
the
some
ticker?
wheelie trade. X. This is a long-term one. It's going to take a good month and a half to get to where I'm looking for targets, but
Gotcha.
it is
Oh
also
yeah.
it is a very high yield if you wanted to run a wheel trade strategy on it. So if it's your first wheel trade strategy trial, I wouldn't do that with it. But if you've got some seasonality behind you where you've experienced some wheel trades and you've made success out of it, that thing has some incredible yield on the monthly. So one thing I talk about when I get into wheel trades is I look at the what I call the natural monthly yield. So that is based on the traditional wheel trade strategy where you sell a monthly and you sit on it till it's close to expiration and you buy it back to close it and roll it out. Natural yield on that is right in the realm of 20% for outlay. So like if every $100 you lay out, you get 20 back in premium income monthly on a natural yield. That's impressive because if you manage that trade well, you can make many times that 20% yield just swing trading the short options on it.
Have you guys ever used the Jeremy, I'm sure you have, but on Thinkorswim they have a options time in sales, and it's really
Yeah.
cool. I really like it. It's cool for looking for big orders.
Remember that Yield Hunter script that I posted a while back? It's actually based in Pine script. It's not Python like I thought. So it works on TradeStation, but it doesn't work on TOS. So I need to clear this up because I thought it was going to be on TOS, and I was getting into TOS. I'm not very familiar with TOS, so I didn't understand how it worked very well. But that Pine script goes right into TradeStation. So
Like, guys, if I want to look at options, so like the way I see this options time in sales is if I want to see where a big baller is, if I want to see where somebody's trading SPY and they get quantity of 50, minimum 50 contracts. I mean, if you're buying at least 50 contracts, I know that person means business and they're most likely not just throwing all that away. What I'm going to look at too then is I'll come to the price. If I make it 1.0, right, that's $100 a contract. Well, now we're looking at price-wise, this person's putting at least $500 of premium into this trade. Me, personally, I would want to see a bigger order, so let's maybe up this up to 2.0. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do series, and I'm going to do, today's the 14th, right? So I'm going to do today and tomorrow. And that's how I'm going to sort it. So this is going to be for the intraday trends and intraday movement. And that's how I'm going to look for, are we getting more puts coming through? Are we getting more calls coming through? And if it's not moving as fast as I want, then maybe I'll bring it down a bit. And because I made it today and tomorrow, I could also bring the price down a little bit. Because as we know, the closer you get to expiration, the cheaper contracts are. So if I do at least one, this will still be contracts that are in the money. And that's, yeah, I was gonna say that's about it.
Another mention I had on the watch list was XPeng vehicles. It's XPEV, another electric vehicle stock. That one's starting to look bullish. It's in a tight range, though. Wait for that range to break. But when it does break, it's got a potential mean revision for $28 on the daily downward trend that it's been pulling out of. So definitely keep that one on the watch list. That's also a great wheel trade stock. That one's got some pretty good yield, about 10% natural yield on that one.
Yep.
Definitely want to keep an eye on because I don't know that that'll be the next Tesla company, but it is a Chinese EV. They are manufacturing and making sales, so they're in business. Why not generate income on their equity?
Guys, check that out on Apple. Just like I called earlier, drop, base, drop. I was looking for that basing. Gave me the basing off of VWAP. And then it would have given us a perfect entry to go short. If you wanted to scalp options contract, that would have worked too. But that's a great example of a drop base and another drop. We got Microsoft at key level. Be careful. This key level is coming close to VWAP. Oh, yo, what's going on, Bliss? Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you popping in.
Another good low-cost high percentage return yield options trade candidate, options wheel trade candidate is STEM. That one's breaking out of a descending channel too. So.
Nice, very nice, awesome. Good stuff today, guys. It's crazy. Even if we're in a slow market, even if we're in a low volatility, low volume, we're still able to find moves, we're still able to find trade setups, we're still able to figure out what's going on. And that's what's awesome also about a trading community is if you're one person, it's sort of hard to be all over the place. The stock market's a huge, huge thing. So if you're in a community where some of the community might be watching NVIDIA, some might have Tesla, some might have AI was a great call out today too. There's so much to it, Jeremy, with calling out X. It's like there's so many stocks, it's too much for one person to do all by themselves.
Oh yeah.
And even if you're not a beginner and you're like, oh, well, I don't need to learn beginner stuff, I don't need a group, blah, 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 it still feels good to trade with the community anyways. Because you're still learning, we're always, as traders, even if you're profitable and doing it for years and years, you're still always learning. The market's always teaching us. We're always gaining experience.
I'm literally walking smaller fund managers through the wheel trade strategy.
Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
That's nuts. Crazy,
So, like,
dude.
Even if you've got lots of trading experience, you've been successful for a long time, it's never a bad idea to expand your tool set, expand your use of different leverage in the market to gain even more.
Amen. True. There's always more to learn, but you also don't want to take that too literal and end up overwhelming yourself with, well, I have to learn this, I have to learn this. Like, if I wanted to, I could not look at any equities, and I could just trade with ES, NQ, and VIX, and still just do fine, right? So you could keep it as you could keep trading as simplified as you want, if that's your trading style, or you could make it as, I wouldn't recommend making it complex, but you could make it more complex if that's the type of trader you are, where you need more complex confirmations and trade setups, then go for that. Find what works for you and run. That's it.
One of the key things to realize is that the moment you enter a trade, you yourself are a fund manager.
Yeah, that's a fantastic point. You're managing your funds.
And ideally, I know people who are very broad in the market. They'll go and trade just about everything that moves. That's kind of me too. And then there's people who literally make a living trading one thing. There's people I know who make a living trading SPY. There's people I know who make a living trading QQQ. There's people I know who make a living trading Tesla. There's ways to go about it where you can narrow your focus or you can broaden your focus. But the one piece of sound advice that always holds true in anything that you're trading or any trading strategy that you're running, this thing is just the one set of words to follow is it's not about what you trade, it's about how you trade it. And when you get that to stick in your mind, that's when you get this development of, hey man, I can expand my toolbox to come up with many different strategies to trade whatever I'm trading. It doesn't matter. That's the idea here. Get all the tools you need to be a successful trader, and then it won't matter what you're trading. It'll always be about how you trade it.
Microsoft holding key level. Yeah, I missed equities. Maybe I'll stick with Thinkorswim, guys, because Thinkorswim is just so much easier, and the charts aren't an issue, like connecting the drawings and whatnot. And, you know, obviously the time and sales and the data is much more clear, so I feel like that's cool.
Oh, yes.
Let's see. All right, so we got NQ holding key level, and we also have Microsoft holding key level. Let's see. Look at that. Apple came back.
I've got a fun SPY butterfly that expires today, and it's out of the money, but it's doing great for me.
Nice. All right. On that note, guys, I am going to wrap it up there. Jeremy, you'll be back around too as well?
Yeah.
All right. If by chance I'm not, guys, it will just be Jeremy, but he'll still have it up. We'll be up and running.
Oh yeah, we'll run the fans on Spy and kill it.
Nice. Oh yeah, that'll be awesome with the volatility.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Great volatility tool.
With that being said, I'm signing out, YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Happy trading. Don't forget to hit that like button. All right. Bye.